Okay, hello guys. One of my viewers actually asked me if I can help him to break 1400 lichess level, because he said he's kind of stuck in this level. So I decided to just look at two of his games and maybe I can see something and help him overall. Of course, to improve in chess you just need to be very patient. You need to train a lot, and it's not that easy that I give you some advice and you will be better just instantly, but maybe I can help with some basic things. So I just took two games and my viewer played black here. The game is very short, and I don't want to show this game just to embarrass him, but I just want to show it because there are many things I can explain on this game, and I'm gonna show mostly the same things in the second game. So he has played black, so white played e4. Yeah, it's great move. Yeah, e4, d4, c4. They're great moves because you want to take control of these squares, and black wants to actually control these squares, right? So because it's center of the board, so you want to yeah, have as much control as it possible on those squares. And black responds with e5, which is perfect because you take control of those squares. And then white played very natural move, knight f3, and white is actually attacking your pawn. So what can you do? Of course you want to defend this pawn. There are plenty of openings of gambits where you sacrifice this pawn, but I wouldn't recommend them for lower rated player. If you want to improve, it's better to play very stable position, very solid position, and then maybe after, like, I don't know, 2000 rating, you can if you're above, you can try to do some gambits just to make some experiments, but to be honest, those gambits aren't. If someone know how to respond on gambits, then you probably will be worse. Yeah. So what's the answer here? The most natural answer here is, of course, knight to c6, because you improve position of your knight and you defend your pawn the same time. So you're doing basically two things. And my viewer answered with f6. And why is this move is not good? Of course, it is protecting the pawn, but basically what you have done is you've done again pawn move, which is not very active because it's only protecting the pawn. It doesn't do anything else, and your opponent can just simply take control of all those squares, because you haven't improved your pieces. You haven't used your pieces. So yeah, those white squares are very weak right now, and probably I would play bishop c4 as your opponent, just to control all those white squares. And what your opponent did, of course, bishop c4, because he sees it that you're weakening your position, and he wants to control those weakened squares. And right now you're already worse. I mean, as a black you're worse at the beginning, but now you're probably worse. Oh, okay. Even computer says that it is +2 for white. So after two moves, his position is very well. But I don't want to use the computer. Just I want to tell you what to do. So right now you should definitely try to somehow improve your position and defend your king, because your king is right now very in danger because of this place, because it's not protected and it's attacked by the bishop. So you have played a6, which is absolutely doing nothing. I probably know that you want to go probably here with b5 just to kick this bishop out, but it lasts too long, and you need one move and the second move just to push the bishop out. But probably he will go just here, bishop b3, and he still controls this diagonal, and you lost 3 tempis, 3 moves, 1, 2, and probably 3, just to kick this bishop, and you're not kicking in this bishop anyway, so you lost a lot of time. You should have played here something like this, just to just to improve a piece. Okay, you can say, okay, I've made mistakes, I've made some not wise pawn move, but right now I just want to correct this mistake and I want to improve my pieces. And you should just improve your minor pieces, and probably you should exchange this white bishop for your white bishop or any other this of course you cannot dark square bishop exchange for white square bishop, but light square bishop, but you definitely want to exchange to take this bishop with something, because it's absolutely overpowered here. So I would recommend just to maybe improve your knight to c6, and then maybe play something like I don't know, like let's see what he would do. I think computer, let's see what computer will suggest. Oh, computer is suggesting c6 just to play d5 in the next move. So if he goes like, let's say, if he goes like castle, then you play d5, and you're immediately challenging this bishop, and you want to kick him because the pawn is protected by this pawn and by the queen, so your position is improving a bit. But yeah, as you can see, computer is already telling you that you have to take control of the center and just protect those squares. Yeah, but you haven't done it. So let's see. He played bishop, you played a6, and then he played a4. And to be honest, this move I don't understand as well. Basically what he can do is like, oh, it is kind of tactic here, just to sacrifice the knight for attack, immediate attack. But you don't have to see it as a white. You can just simply go knight c3, and still it's much better. Why? Because he has already 3 active pieces and you have none. You pushed your pawns and none of your pieces is improved. So that's why your position is already worse. And of course, the guy on the 1500 level maybe cannot, or maybe he can, or she, exploit this position, and just to show you how bad your position is. Maybe it's too early, but on the level like, I don't know, like 1900 or 2000, you would be probably just immediately punished for your 3 pawn moves. So basic rule is take the center. Again, you need to take the center as you did in the first move. He attacks your pawn and you just immediately have to just protect your pawn with knight. And then of course this knight is also controlling this square, so you're controlling it with 2 pieces right now. You have to do it. It's probably you want to just make some complex position, not to do stupid, not to do moves everybody knows, like knight c6, but they are very well known because they are very good. And yeah, on this level you shouldn't try to be clever guy and do some random moves just to complicate the position, because it's not good. Okay, let's go on. And yeah, you improved your knight. It's great. It's great. And as you can see already, of course it's not much, but when you played your knight, his position is a bit worse. I mean, because you improved your piece, and but still his position is very well. Okay, I'm gonna close this engine. And he wants to play. He wants to play for the center. He wants to play for d4, which is kind of great idea because he has c3 protecting d4, knight protecting d4, and he is gonna have queen protecting d4. So 3 pieces, and you have only 2. So what can you do right now? You should probably go like, I don't know, maybe bishop c5 good. Let's think. Bishop c5 right now. He plays d4 anyway. You take, he takes, you take, he takes. No, you cannot do it because you're losing the piece. So basically, maybe you can just, I don't know, let's say improve your knight. Let's see what computer says. But this position is very, very difficult to evaluate. So he played this one. Oh, okay. So yeah, as I said, you should improve your knight. And to be honest, your main problem is right now that you cannot castle. Your king is not safe, and you cannot castle because this bishop is looking at this place. And I don't know. It's gonna be very difficult, of course, to castle queenside because there are many pieces here not improved, and yeah, and your position is worse. And he probably also wants to go like queen b3 just to exploit this diagonal. So let's see what's going on then. You've played bishop knight c6. This was very good. He played c3, and now you've played d6. I don't know if it's correct. I mean, maybe your idea is just to go queen e2, e7, and then bishop e6, just to exchange this bishop, which wouldn't be very very bad. But to be honest, queen e7 is blocking your bishop, is blocking also your knight, so it's not a great idea. I don't know, your position is very, very bad right now, so it's definitely difficult to find natural moves because you've played this f6 move and then a6. Okay, so he has played this, you've played d6, and now, yeah, as I said, he goes queen b3, which is kind of natural because he wants to attack you on the other side. And yeah, and right now you're in danger. So computer is saying that this only plus 0.8 for white, so it's not the big advantage, mostly because of this knight a5 move, because you're gonna attack both of pieces. He has to check you, then you have to go here, and he has to move back, and then you're challenging the bishop, and you're exchanging this bishop at the very end. You can take it, yeah. And he's not having a huge control of this. You can even oh no, you're losing this pawn. But of course, it's much better for you this moment here. It's much better for you than this. Yeah, this position is much worse because this bishop is still attacking this diagonal. Okay, so you're in danger. What do? You see that he is looking with 2 pieces at your at those squares, and you have to respond somehow. And you have a lot of time. I'm gonna say about time management as well in a moment, in the second game, but you have a lot of time just to do it, and you should use you should use your time. But instead you just improved your knight, which looks very natural, but you haven't seen that there is very big threat of mate in 2. So he just checks you here and then comes with queen here, and it is mate. And it was probably the end of the your opponent didn't even realize that he is making 2, but it's still mate in 2 because bishop g4 is just too slow. I mean, it's not helping your position. Yeah. And he castled, then you took, and then he just mated. Yeah. Okay, so that's you know, when I was 1500, when I was even 1700, I've made some mistakes like this, and I also lost in 10 moves. So it's nothing embarrassing. Just you should take the take the information from this game, and you should use it in the next one.